Breaking news now here on News 12. Police are on the scene in the Crown Heights section of Brooklyn, responding to a bomb threat at the Jewish Children's Museum. This is on Eastern Parkway at Kingston Avenue. We want to go live now to News 12's Katie Cummings, who just got to the scene. Katie, what can you tell us?
Well, there's a very large police presence here. A lot of people came down here, and we learned that around 8:35, the museum actually got an email stating that there might be an incident and they should actually contact the authorities so that no one gets hurt. And now you can see, actually, there are a lot of police on the scene here, a lot of higher-ups, and we actually heard that the Governor Cuomo, is on his way. Coming in, they did a sweep, actually, of the building to make sure that it is safe. Luckily, there were no people inside the building at the time of the incident, and so that right now it's just kind of in a very active scene. They're kind of assessing the situation, and yeah, we have a lot of people. We spoke to the rabbi here. He says that this is just a shame that this happened. Fortunately, that no one was hurt, no one was injured. There were no children. There were just some staff in the museum at the time, and that's what we're hearing right now. JT.
Katie, I just want to ask you a quick question.
And right now, the rabbi.
Sorry, Katie, go ahead.
Yes. Yeah, no, that's fine.
Just given the context of the past few days, the past couple weeks, all the threats being put out there against Jewish community centers and the Anti-Defamation League, not just here in the New York area, but around the country, what's the mood given the context of all these other threats that have been happening recently to the people that you're speaking with that work at this museum?
Yes.
There's a lot of concern. They say that this is really awful that this is happening, and they're actually kind of surprised that it took the form of an email rather than a phone call, because sometimes that's where the threats come from. But it's just a shame that all this is going on. They said it's really just terrible and unfortunate to have this situation happen today.
Okay, so the information was conveyed, the threat was conveyed via the email, which is, it certainly appears to be different than what we've been seeing in other parts of the country lately. So it is unfortunate indeed that this stuff keeps happening. Katie, I know you just got to the scene and you're gonna talk to people there and certainly have stuff later for us and on social media. So Katie Cummings there, thank you very much for that. So again, just to summarize for those just joining us here on News 12, a bomb threat has been called into the Jewish Children's Museum in the Crown Heights section of Brooklyn. Of course, this is just the latest threat on a Jewish site, not only in New York City, but around the country. There had been threats against the Anti-Defamation League recently, as well as threats against various Jewish community centers, JCCs, in New York City and across the country. And this latest threat here happening at a Jewish Children's Museum in Brooklyn. We'll have much more on this throughout the afternoon. I'm JT Fetch.